Hi, this is Flo, and I've had some inquiries about how to install the Wi-Fi card in the E2. Hi, this is the back of the E2 machine, and you will notice that this is the left hand side on the back, and that is the slot for the Imagine cartridges. And the Imagine cartridges are smaller cartridges that look like this. They're quite a bit different than the normal cartridges. They go in the slot here on the left of the machine, or the right if you're looking at it from the front, and they just sit in there like that. I notice I probably haven't got the machine on, so it's not coloured green at the top, and generally when you put one in, you'll notice there now that the top of it's turned green and it's got a little light on it. Now the other side is for your normal cartridges that come with the Cricuts, which are these ones. I name them from the front because I have difficulty seeing the colours that they are. That one sits in that side. Now the other piece, and I'll turn the machine off for this because I want to take this piece out, and this is the Cricut Wi-Fi, and this is the Wi-Fi slot that's in the centre of the back. And if I zoom out here, you can see that's the back, and that slot is where your Wi-Fi goes. With the Cricut word facing upwards, it just pushes into the slot like that and it clicks in. Now while I'm on this video, these are the connections that go into the back, and as you can see, I've got the white cord that was attached. It wasn't going anywhere, which was why I was using it on Cricut Craft Room on the Wi-Fi, and the other cord is your electrical cord that plugs it into the power. Now both of these cords need to go in horizontally so that you don't break the motherboard if you push them down coming out. In fact, you should never push them down coming out, because if you break the pieces off, then you will be out for a new Cricut. And I've had some inquiries about how to install the Wi-Fi card in the E2. So I'm going to walk you through it at the moment. I've powered on my machine and I've got the main screen up. And from here I'm going to go to Settings. Then I'm going to scroll through until I find the Wi-Fi button, which is this button here. I'm going to go into the Wi-Fi, and I've installed my card in the back, and now it tells me that I've got 2 networks that I can choose from, and if I press this button it'll scan to see if there's any others. So if you don't have any coming up, scan it first. Now of course you've got to have your Wi-Fi on, so if this is saying off, which it can do, and if it's off it won't have anything there. When I turn it on, it'll scan it and it will hopefully find my networks. Now you can see that this time it's only found the one network. So that's quite interesting, because if I'd chosen the other network it may not have put it up. Now if it doesn't find your network, you can press the plus button and you can put a network in to see whether it can find it. Now this is obviously a plug it in button, and I assume that if the Wi-Fi is not in there, it would probably be greyed out or tell you to plug it in. Now I'm going to choose that network. I am. Now it says set up a network connection. Now it's chosen already the security that I need to put in, and now I need to put in my password. Now, although it looked like I had a password in it, my password has changed, and so now I'm going to have to put that in. So I'm just going to pause here for a fraction of a second while I put my password in. Now I've saved my password in there, and I'm going to go to the save button again. There's a tick beside the one I want. This was all greyed out until I put the Wi-Fi card in. So I'm now going to press the check button and go back to the home screen, and you can see now that the Wi-Fi has come up as on. Now, the first time I did this, the Wi-Fi did not come up as turned on. It came up with an exclamation mark in it, and it wasn't until I went into CCR by pressing CCR here and did the log on part here and saved it again that it actually still didn't do anything. I went to Cricut Craft Room, and on Cricut Craft Room I then logged into Cricut Craft Room, put something up to cut on the mat, made sure I had my E2 selected. It said no usable devices, and it didn't come up with anything, so I clicked on the blank area that there appeared to be, should have been something in, clicked on that. It then said I needed to load my mat and look at the screen and follow the directions on the touch screen. That's what I then did, and it then cut through the Wi-Fi. So I hope this helps. Hi, well, this is my Cricut Craft Room all loaded up, and I have put a number of images on my mat that I actually want to draw out. So I'm now going to press the cut button, and I have my E2 on Wi-Fi. Now it tells me initially no usable devices, and then it comes up with this screen. And what I've discovered is if I put my mouse in here, or my cursor in here, and click and go select device, it then tells me, hopefully, that it will come up with my ability to cut. And yes, there it did. Now I'm actually going to go custom on this one because I want to draw it, and I have a pen. So now I'm going to go cut and this is the Cricut E2, and it's now connected to the Wi-Fi, and if I scroll out you can see that it's actually drawing my images with the multi-purpose pen holder that I've got in there. And if I bring it down so that you might actually be able to see it drawing them, because that's a lot of fun. Speed up quite high on this, although you won't realise it while it's drawing these images. And I'm going to try so that you can see this in what it's drawing. I think it's just drawn the leaf and the branch. Basically, while it's connected to the Wi-Fi, you'll get the Wi-Fi icon here, and then when it stops you just unload your mat. I've drawn all these images, so I'll just scroll in, and you can see that they're all drawn with a pen on my paper, and I have a special reason for doing that, so that I can check whether my stamps fit in the appropriate image before I cut it out. So that's just what it looks like.